Good morning. So, there's been a lot going on, but I've been talking about, feeling the Scorpio energy. And I found out yesterday, last night, at least late afternoon, sometime after 4 or 5 o'clock, and by like 9 p.m. last night, um, they kept bringing up the Scorpio energy that I was feeling and Mars. And I went and looked it up, and Mars is heading into Scorpio on the 12th of October. So that's what I've been feeling. That's why I've been feeling the Scorpio energy. Um, and so Mars enters Scorpio on October 12th, where he is in his power. And then he's going to be there until November 24th. Um, so this is going to be affecting, it can be affecting our decision making. It could also make us more passionate. So we could be have a heightened sexual desire. There could be more passion in regards to like romance or sexual desires. There can also be a lot of power struggles and dynamics going on at this time because of Mars and Scorpio. Ultimately, it is to help us with our decision making. And is there anything else it's supposed to be helping us with? They told me to check on here. Okay, let's see. He assists us with energy, drive, motivation, and determination. In addition, it gives us confidence while boosting our decision-making capabilities. So there can be issues with, your decision-making. Hold on here. Okay, so your decisions during this time may bring encouraging results for expanding your business prospects. Your strength and confidence will be at a high level during this period. Stay in a joint family and avoid isolation as much as possible during this time. It also is going to be heightened passion and sexuality in romantic relationships, or even if not, if you're not in a partnership, people's, libido can be heightened, right? So there might be a lot of like one night stands or whatever, quick, short lived romantic encounters with this energy for people who are, I don't want to say lower vibration, but for me, that's kind of what it is. And it's not no offense. We learn to control ourselves. We learn in the healing journey as you level up and as you heal, that's not serving of you, right? To just have rendezvous and short-lived romantic experiences, and to let lust or our sexual desires control us, and in determining our experiences, as well as like lowering our standards just for a fleeting moment, right? So it just depends on where you are on the scale, or where you are in your healing. We've all been there. So it's no shade, just in my healing journey, I've been called to be celibate. So, I have been celibate now for 5 years, actually. And I don't want to feel no sexual frustration. Try to tune that out. I know that the first couple years, God, it was rough. So rough. The celibacy, especially the programming. A lot of people, we have this programming that sex is love, and even if you abstain, like I know throughout like time, like since I lost my virginity, there's been times that I've been celibate for a year or two before I got married. And then there was lots of times of celibacy in my marriage because it was an unhealthy marriage. I was celibate, he wasn't. And that's why there was celibacy on my end. You're not touching me. But, I was stuck in that programming of so many different things that I needed to learn to leave. Okay. And it's like at a certain point in time, those needs would come up, or emotional, because sexual is your sacral. So Scorpio rules your sacral. So it's not just the desire for sex, it is intimacy, nurturing. So either spectrum of your sacral, whether if it is, that sexual desire of intimacy, nurturing, and connection with someone, or if it is just the physical act of fucking, or both, where then you feel lonely, or you need this, or you just can't hold out anymore, and then you're repeating fucking patterns, and you're settling, and that sex is love, but then you're going down a fucking rabbit hole in repeated behavior patterns of things not working out and not having the love at the end of the day that you were looking for or wanting. Because you let your sacral control you. You let your emotions or your needs control you when it wasn't serving of you, right? And there's been these times where in my life and in my journey, we're all on different journeys. That's why, I'm called to be celibate, is through time of being celibate for a year or two. I would just, the sexual frustration, the lack of intimacy, the being alone, then it was just, even though I liked being alone, I would get lonely. And I was also young, and I'd get lonely, and I'd feel sad, and it would just be fuck it. And then I'd repeat fucked up abusive cycles, when knowing I know sex is not love, right? But then, I'd be stuck with somebody, and then I'd be abused because I settled. So I've learned my lessons, and I've learned hard ways. That's why I was like stuck in a marriage, and I was also suffering from depression, and that's something that I have to be mindful of, that I have depression, or I have depression. I'm not always depressed, but I have to be mindful, because I can, spiral down. Like, I have to maintain it. And I'm not on any medicine. I try to treat myself holistically, and holistically as in nothing, Mother Earth, or, herbal remedies, whether if it is like vitamin B12 that helps if you have depression, and also like lethargy, it helps you with your energy. Sleep aids and stuff like that. I've been through a lot of trauma, so I have post-traumatic stress. Actually, I have complex post-traumatic stress, and I have panic attacks and stuff, and I could be on medicine. I could get like Xannies or whatever, or I don't want to take that stuff. I don't want to be doped up, and it's no offense to others who need it. Just me with my my journey, as well as like what I was born into. I smoke cigarettes, so that's an addiction, as well as like my family's patterns of codependency, addiction, popping a pill, getting high, fucking wanting to party all the time, that escapism. Not knowing how to cope, or knowing that they can get through on their own, is something that I have to be mindful of. So I don't like taking stuff. Plus, I'm very sensitive. If I take like my Motrin, I can get really sick, and I can feel like a body high. It's not to say that I've never done anything. I once in a while occasionally drink. I don't drink that much. Back when I was a teenager, I got high. I smoked weed, hanging around the wrong people and whatever. I also have grown medical marijuana, and I've made like some of my own edibles where people would laugh at me because it's nothing, because I can't take anything. It came to a point where I was like, I thought I was going to die. I'm very highly sensitive. Plus, like, I was born with heart problems. And come to find out, like, it took my whole life then, and certain things and abuse, and then being put on certain medicine to find out I had heart failure. So like if I got high, I'd feel like I was going to die. And that, like that sensitivity. And that's one reason why I also don't smoke. But, there's a lot of things I'm also allergic to. So I try not to take anything. And that's my own personal journey. I try not to knock anyone who needs it. That's what it's there for. But I believe that we should be utilizing holistic medicine in cooperation with like pharmaceutical. I don't think it should just be pharmaceutical. A lot of the pharmaceutical stuff it creates more illnesses. It makes us sick, as well as then we think that this is going to be the fix all. And we forget to do the work. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people like that. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people who they just want to get high. They want to escape. They want to feel better and they don't want to do the work. They don't want to face it. Medicine, ultimately, no matter if it is holistic or if it is a prescription like from pharmaceutical company, it is a tool. It is a tool, just like, maybe lavender tonic, to help you, stay calm with anxiety or panic attacks, or to help you sleep if you have insomnia from lots of abuse and trauma. That's no different from like that, or, some people who do like CBD or, Xanax or something. And that spectrum just widens in regards to medicine, regardless if it is for your heart, diabetes, high blood pressure, depression. The spectrum just expands to it all. It's not limited to just mental or emotional things or trauma, right? In regards to medicine, we should be doing holistic practices also. They need to be utilized together, as well as, having the courage to face ourselves and to try to do the work in regards to whatever healing we need to do, whether if it's a physical healing and, making sure you take care of yourself because you have heart failure, right? Or if you have diabetes and trying to eat better, or if it's because you have deregulation or something going on from trauma or post-traumatic stress and flashbacks. And, we have to learn how to cope. We need the coping skills and mechanisms. So anyways, like for myself in regards to that, I was called to be celibate because I've learned, and I learned the hard way, that sex is not love, which I knew it when I was doing it. But then I fell into shit. I'm strange. Probably my trauma and certain things that goes on, like behavioral patterns, how I was taught has to do with like whatever, there's a lot of things, I just needed to share a little in regards to that, but we have to be mindful, right? A lot of people out here, they're just out here playing this worldly way of game, and like, what are you doing? Deciding to have, they want to call it friends with benefits. That's a fuck buddy. So you're settling. You are just choosing that you're going to fuck somebody and you're going to get what you can get. Both of you are going to get what you can get from each other. And I ran into a lot of, especially women, who are like, well, I'm not being used. I'm using them. I'm getting what the fuck it is that I deserve. And I don't have to worry about nothing. What do you mean you don't have to worry about nothing? And then they're fucking all these different people. They might be fucking 5 or 7 different people at a fucking time and getting what they can get. And they're thinking that they have power and control of the situation. No, you settle. You don't have fucking self-worth and self-love. How is that? Like, what is wrong with your perception? Like in regards to that, because you can't control yourself, because you want to be taken out and treated right. Well, take your own motherfucking self out. And then it's like, well, at least I'm not going to be hurt. The fuck? But then they won't let go of certain people. They hold on and they accept crumbs because really there's certain ones that they want, but then they're looking for better. They're looking for someone who's going to accept them. Right? Like, there's been all this crap that I've seen in regards to, and I'm like, that's not love. Someone wanted to knock me because I'm celibate. The fuck? Because I have self-control. And even in times where I don't feel like I can control myself and I'm madder than a motherfucker and I'm frustrated, like sexually frustrated, and it affects me physically. Like my body, I become very tense, and I can become fucking angry. Um, and then some resentment, like, and no lie, some fucking resentment. Um, but even before, see, I couldn't just be that way. I couldn't just fuck somebody. That's why when I would then like not be celibate anymore, I would be in fucked up relationships. I would be in abusive situations, right? Because I got pulled into those dynamics. No, I'm not doing that again. I just can't fuck somebody. I get entangled with fucking people. Um, so we all have our own journey, and in regards to our self-love and our self-worth and understanding sex isn't love, and what are you going to settle for? Are you going to settle or not? I'm not going to settle. So it's just be mindful, because it's not even just sexual, in regards to sexual relationships or romantic, but in regards to, it's intimacy, right? It's your sacral that Scorpio rules. And so it's going to affect all types of relationships, because this has to do with passion and intimacy and nurturing. So this has to do with also family. So to be mindful out here, because, you're going to have, people are going to be some fired up. You know what I'm saying? Their sacral is going to be lit the fuck up. And there's people out here who do not know how to control themselves, that go into rages when they become passionate or frustrated. Like I was saying, how, I didn't know. It took me a long time to understand me, because I went through a lot of abuse. But in this journey of being celibate, I started seeing, oh, okay, this is how I broke down. I got to a certain point where I couldn't hack it no more. And so then I would go and then end up finding someone. And there were certain times I didn't even know what was going on subconsciously. I just knew that, like, maybe here and there I would start feeling kind of lonely, and I would like, want intimacy, or and then the sexual frustration of I want to fuck. And like, so that was going on without me realizing. I was like avoiding it, right? And then I would start like looking for someone, or without even sometimes knowing I was looking for someone. I was in this energy where it was like, okay, I don't want to be alone no more. I want to fuck. I want to be with somebody. And even if it was subconscious, and I would tune it out. So I've grown a lot in understanding, right? So, but this is also a time where, because it's intimacy, so it's your womb place. This has to do with nurturing. So it's not just sexual, it is friendships, and it is family, mother, father, siblings, because it's your womb center. So, it's home, like home and hearth in a way, in your womb center. In regards to nurturing, we hold on to abandonment wounds and neglect when it comes from our parental and like family dynamics in our sacral. But if it's in our sacral, it's also in our heart. Everything's connected. So just be mindful out here with these energies. People are going to be revved up, especially Mars. Rules Aries, god of war, okay, or goddess of war, however you want to see it, right? So other than that, I was getting some other things. I was getting the Z again for war, and then something with Zeus, but there was a 3 with the Z. And I'm not sure exactly what that was about. Like 3 times, or a third war, or like a third go around, like whether if the war is like internal conflict, or like the third encounter war, like power struggle dynamics with somebody else, or if it was like on a greater scale, something that it was talking about. So not really sure. I know I'm gonna have to go look up. I didn't know this, but I just got this download right now. They just let me know that I need to go look up. I don't know if I can find the information though. They want me to do more research. I need to go look up in regards to Zeus, if there's any like detailed information on the wars that he's been through and in with different people, or whatever, and see what the third one is, because for some reason that's what they're telling me I need to go do. And for some reason it's all connected to here, and it's connected to like the galactic wars. And they were letting me know more information when I got that. And what I was talking about yesterday of how, like, star seeds and coming from different, like, star systems, and like these, this is the melting pot of trying to work things out, those wars. What I was talking about yesterday with the Seven Sisters and Orion, and then how, like, you come from that, those wounds or those issues in regards to like galactic wars here, and you have to, then you have this, okay, so you have like that ancestral lineage thing that's from where your soul originates from, um, like that star system, right, that you have to work through, and then you are put in situations on Earth, and then then you have like the earthly way of ancestral line of karma that you have to work through, that has to do with like the galactic wars, because it has to do with where you come from. And then how that, what they were showing me is the melting pot of then these people coming together, needing to work on these things, and then also the intermingling. And this intermingling is like having children together. So then you're intermingling those star systems, right? And of like trying to integrate this in those wars and those issues to be worked on, to overcome, to heal the galactic wars. Was kind of like what they were telling me. I don't know. They'd be telling me some weird ass shit. It's like crazy. I don't fully understand. So anyways, I'm not sure if there is information um, in regards to that, like if there's like a thing in regards to Zeus and the wars he's been through, and if they kind of know like that history of the first war, the second war, the third war. But they could also be talking about like the Third World War here. I don't know. If they are, I believe the Third World War here, wasn't that like the Middle East? Yeah, it was. It was, wasn't that considered like the Third World War? I'm trying to figure it out. Or not. If it wasn't, then there's something with the Third World War, and then the third war was Zeus, okay, is what they're bringing to my attention. And I'm trying to think. My brother was a paratrooper, and so he was in Iraq. He was in Afghanistan. He was in a lot of wars, okay. And I'm trying to think, like, on his thing, I don't think it said like Third World War. No, it didn't. It said like Gulf War, and then it said another war, and whatever. All the different times that he was over there in the Middle East, there were different wars. Like one was a Gulf War, one was like something else, even though it's like in the same area. So I wonder what this Third World War is that they're talking about. I don't know. I need to go study more shit. Something about what is it in the matriarch or the patriarchal system, the governmental system. They're bringing my attention to Capricorn. And what is it in Capricorn? What's in Capricorn? Whatever is in Capricorn, and in Capricorn until 2024, until around this time frame, or December, between now and December of next year. It hasn't stayed in Capricorn the whole time. It's done some shifting. They're bringing that to my attention, and how that's supposed to bring down like the patriarch and the governmental systems, and like shed light so that we can rebuild. Like it's supposed to be like the smaller dynamics of family, and then like your environment in regards to smaller institutions to the bigger, to the government, like cities, and then states, and countries, and then the world, right? That they're talking something about that. I don't really understand. Somehow something's connected with that. I don't know what the hell they're saying. And then what the fuck it has to do with Zeus, I don't really know. I'm telling you, I get weird shit. I'm like, the fuck? Okay, I need to grab an ashtray because I really need to have a cigarette, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull cards. It's cold, and I didn't feel like wearing a sweater. I have on a shirt that, you know what, it does whatever it freaking does. I'm trying to have it underneath something so my boobs don't like fall out because it slides down my shoulder. And just something with the way it's made. It's made to do that, but it's a little too cold for that. And then I don't want, all of the cleavage, all of, part of me hanging out. So I have on a hoodie or a zip up hoodie, something to try to stay warm, and then make sure it also does not fall down where it's supposed to stay over here. This one side, it hangs down like really low. So, and then it's like that cow material. But just in case, I do have on a sports bra. I didn't feel like wearing a freaking bra today. It's not even a sports bra. It's a fucking comfort bra. Those pretend sports bras that are made out of, like a tight material, the tights, or like nylon-ish kind of material. That's what I have on. They're so comfortable. Absolutely comfortable. And you can just kind of be free and pretend you have something on because you have something on, but there's like no support. Well, no support when you're, Okay, so yesterday, when I was getting all this information, I was also getting something about like a needing to show up for yourself, a needing to speak, like a weight on somebody's chest and needing to get it off. And it's not necessarily about being heard, okay? Like it's not necessarily about collaboration with somebody. It is something that is needed to be said, to stand up for yourself, to show up for you, like some sense of protection or speaking of your truth. And it's connected to cycles and the ending of a cycle, and like closing it out, but speaking on it, to show up for you. I would have to say like speaking your like anger or disappointment or whatever it is in regards to it. I know that for me personally, it was something where then I started feeling it like personally. And then the feelings that I had about it, it was in regards to a situation closing out. And so, I let the person, I was like, I'm not going to speak to these motherfuckers, and it's family. And I'm like, I'm not going to speak to them. It is what it is. Right. And like, there's been this thing where, I've been, being kind of pushed to say something. And I'm like, no. And then, well, maybe I should. No, I'm not going to. And not realizing that actually I needed to speak up. Because I didn't want to get the pot stirred up again, because that's the way these type of people are. And it wasn't really in regards to that. It wasn't about being or caring about the pot getting stirred, because those motherfuckers, the pot is going to get stirred. And so something happened where this person like was trying to like bait me into something, right? And like they got balls in. And it was something really dumb, but that was like the doorway open of spirit saying, they're stewing anyways. They're grasping for straws to try to get you to interact and whatever. Good morning. And so, when this came up about needing to release something so that you can go into a new cycle, the more and more I started feeling it for myself. It was like, oh, fuck, I do have to say something to close out this cycle, so I just, let them know that, hey, this is really sad. And this is really pathetic, to be quite honest. And, that their misery and their toxicity, how they want to hurt and destroy people. And I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it. And I let them know, hey, you got your wish, right? And in regards to, like, I stood up for myself, I also let them know, like, they say you're not supposed to let narcissists know that they're a narcissist. I don't give a fuck. This is what you did. This is what this is. Like, it was a quick, brief thing in regards to this, though. And it was like, this is emotional abuse. This is fucked up that you did this to me. And then I let them know, you got your wish. I'm not your daughter anymore. And so when this is over, like, this cycle is ending, and I'm not your daughter anymore. You have your wish. And it's sad, it's my mother. And my family. It's not just my mother, And so, I brought up about how she wants to play a victim, always victimizing, but the abuse that she's done to her children is so much worse than what she could ever claim that she's been through with her own mother. And so it's like, you're supposed to be a matriarch. As a matriarch, you're supposed to have this knowledge and understanding, and you're supposed to do better. But yet, from the time you've had your children, you've abused them worse and still abusing them because of bitterness, because of anger, because of hatred. That's sick. So I said what I said. Spirit, God, whatever, wanted me to close out that cycle and let it be known, to speak out for myself and to stand up for me, regardless of how they take it, but also let it know, hey, this cycle's over. You've lost me for good. There's no other chances. You will never have the opportunity to hurt me or destroy me again, because you are sick and incapable of love. And I let it be known, I'm not that child anymore trying to get her mommy to love her. I understand that my mommy is not capable of loving anyone. And let it be known, if I could go back in time, your ass would have lost your kids too, not just like it being blamed on my father because I held secrets for you. And so your ass would be sitting in fucking prison. You would have lost your fucking kids. And I should have never saved you, and I will never save you again, hoping my mommy would love me. Right. So let it be known, hey, I know about these woundings. I know what you're doing. I know who the fuck you are. I don't care how you come against me. I don't care how you attack me. This is your karma, and I am more powerful than you, and I have overcame, and you've lost me now. And that's going to be detrimental. Narcissists cannot stand losing. Narcissists, especially someone who suffers on a higher spectrum than just narcissism, like a sociopath, psychopath. Like, my mother has no empathy. It's all about her. She'll play that she has empathy. You have to be around her more. But it gets there. That's why she's spiteful. She's vengeful. She will hurt and attack people. I mean, her doctor pissed her off because she's a drug addict, even though, they're white and they got money, so they can try to hide that she's a drug addict, right? And so it's like, she got mad because he said, she was a drug addict and took her off pain pills, and he busted her. She slit his tires and made a voodoo doll on him, but says, I'm a witch. You don't even believe in God. What you do, lying and manipulation, is witchcraft. Like, it doesn't matter, like, what you see in regards to religion. I was raised religious. But I have the belief that we all believe and pray to the same God. But if you read your Bible, and for me, witchcraft is like witchcraft, black magic. You can be anything. You can claim to be a Christian. You can claim to be, no matter what you claim to be when it comes to religion or spirituality, you can either be, what do you say, good or bad? Okay, so you can be a light worker or a healer. And people can consider you a witch. No, you're not a witch. They're just limited. So, or you can be like bad, and the bad would be like a witch. And witch for me is something where it's not someone like being a Wiccan or a pagan or whatever and claiming to be a witch. That's not what I mean. That's not how I see witch in my eyes. To me, someone who's a witch is someone who is evil, malignant, someone who purposely harms another human being, who lies and manipulates for their own benefit and gain, and takes somebody's free will away. So this is witchcraft. This is black magic. This is blood magic also. So that's like the evil side of it. That's how I see witchcraft. That's what I see as like a witch or blood magic, black magic, something that is of the dark side, the devil. So I don't know a better word for it. I don't know, like another way to go about that. Right. For me, like, I don't like someone who would claim to be a witch. I don't see them as a witch. And that they don't have to be, they could be a witch, and how I see what a witch is, right? But there's people who claim to be a witch, and I don't see them as a witch because I read energy. So they can be like a white witch or someone of light and love, or a healer. And to me, they're a magical being. They're a healer. Okay. I don't see that as being a witch, even though they may claim to be a witch. That's how they want to see themselves. And that's okay. We're all allowed to our own, like, perception and it, but if you look up about witchcraft, or evil acts, or devil energy, it is about taking people's free will, lying to somebody, manipulating somebody. This is witchcraft. This is not of God. This is of the devil. So anyways, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to pull cards in regards to this Mars energy, Mars heading into Scorpio. But thank God they let me know. I'm like, damn, I've been feeling Mars energy forever. And it's really like fucking wanting to take me under. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? At first I was just feeling it. I was feeling super heavy. I wanted to hide underneath a rock. And then once I wanted to hide underneath a rock yesterday, I was like, oh God, it's affecting me. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And so they were letting me know more what it was in regards to the energies, because I'm not the only one feeling it. And yes, it is Scorpio you're feeling, and this is why. But Scorpio is like death magic, right? It is going under the underworld and being able to overcome. It's Isis energy. It is death and rebirth. It is also, for me, it's crow magic. Like the crows go to the underworld and they come back out. They will lead you through the underworld back to the light. It's like they are the only ones. It's also vulture. Vultures are about rebirth, as well as utilizing what was meant for your destruction or your harm for your betterment, because they're purposeful and they repurpose things so that it doesn't create disease and destruction out here, and like infestations of things, right? Because they recycle the waste so that it's not there to create pollution. And the pollution isn't just like the dead body, but it is the illness and the disease that comes with it. And this is metaphysical, like a metaphoric thing in regards to vulture energy of rebirth. You're going in and you're fucking devouring all this shit inside of you that's dead, decaying, that's not serving of you, that is weighing you the fuck down, that creates poison and toxin within you. So that you are not sick and diseased. And the disease is physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So that rebirth energy of reclaiming your power and rising the fuck above. And then that purposeful and repurposing what was meant for your destruction for your gain and your betterment, right? Like the Bible speaks about, anything meant for your harm, God will utilize for your benefit and gain. Like, I'm the head, not the tail. And so, like, you cannot come against me, because anything you do, you hit me, you attack me, you're going to fall in your own motherfucking traps, and it's going to help me rise. I will rise above this. Because God, my God, the power of the I am, the God within me, it doesn't matter how the fuck you see it, it is all one and the fucking same, is stronger than your fucking bullshit, your demons, your entities, your demonic devil energies. And where does it all stem from? From anger and hatred, toxicity, that we open these doorways for if you have angels, then you also have the opposite, because God is about you have to have balance. So light and dark, even in ether. So then you're opening this doorway for these entities and demons and that devil energy to live there, to feed off of you, to make you choose or to want to stay in this energy, because it makes life easier than to grow, than to let shit go, than to we all get taken to the underworld. Okay. And so in the underworld, do you choose to fucking stay there and manipulate or abuse because you're too fucking weak to rise the fuck above and have that death magic? That's the other thing of us healers and us spiritual leaders, is we are meant to lead the fucking way. And this is through that metaphysical metamorphosis in helping people have the fucking strength for death magic, and lead them and show them the fucking way to have courage and bravery, and let them know also that it's okay to feel weak. It is okay to fucking feel like a failure. It is okay to fucking be vulnerable. It is okay to feel like fucking shit. It's what you do about it. It's the choices that you make, that determine the outcome of your success, and what the fuck's going to happen in your life, and how happy you are going to be, or the success that you are going to achieve. That is a form of death magic. Why? Because it has to do with your mental and your perspective. Like learning to honor ourselves, right? Like, how can you have death magic and how can you transform them if you don't honor your fucking self? You have to go through the underworld and face that shit. We all get pulled to that underworld energy, and we have all these cycles where it's small bits and pieces of underworld energy. This is our shadow. This is the demons, devils, however the fuck you want to see it, or darkness. I believe that to some ability, I'm like very much the spider web. Everything's fucking connected. So it's all one and the same at the end of the fucking day. Because even if it's not, it's all fucking connected. So in some way, it's one and the same. But we all get taken to that shadow side, and this is always an opportunity to grow, to level the fuck up, to rise fucking higher. And some people just get dragged down further, and depending on what cycles you're going through, I was talking about this before, where they show where it's the preparation. So like when you're in flow on your pathway, that doesn't mean everything's going to be good and rosy. Okay, you're going to go through these cycles of little bits and pieces of death and transformation to get to that big overall ending and completion of a huge life cycle. Okay. And some people, what they're doing is they're not, all these little preparations, they're not doing what they need to do. Okay. They're fighting it. They're resisting it. They're choosing the easy fucking way out. And so they get stuck in those cycles and those small things that's preparing them. So when those big, everything loops around, you're in flow, whether if you want to be or not, because you cannot run from it. You cannot run from yourself and your karma. So God's going to keep trying to prepare you, or universe, whatever it is you believe, karma is going to keep coming and hitting you. You have to face it. And so you're not preparing yourself. You're not being prepared. You're not facing it. So you keep getting sucked into that darkness where you're supposed to be completing a fucking cycle, but each time is an opportunity. So they can't get out of this big cycle because they can't even deal with the small one. It's all death magic on the smaller scale to the grander scale. And a lot of people struggle with death magic, with transformation. There's a lot of toxicity in the world. We all have toxicity, and then the wounds and not knowing how to go about it healthily, because there's a lot of false love, right? And like sex being false love, and people being programmed and raised to believe that sex is love, and people thinking lust is love or abuse is love. You know, I was raised in those dynamics where abuse is love, and then the make believing that sex is love, and just all these different programmings of toxicity or devil energy, darkness, right, that you need to overcome. My throat chakra is bothering me. Anyways, I need to go ahead and I need to pull some cards. I have, oh shit, I don't have much time. I have something that I have to do. All right, let's see here, Spirit. I think they want me to go ahead and use the Moonology to start off for this. Trying to figure out why the Mars in Scorpio is going to be affecting this next full moon. When is the next full moon? I don't even know. I'm going to need to look that up. Isn't the full moon? Hold on. It's the 28th of October. And it's the full hunter's moon, hunting and tracking down those fucking fears. That's going to intensify this Mars Scorpio energy. In regards to your passion, your desires, your determination, your willpower. Oh, shit. So it's going to intensify the releasing of, to help that transformation of that death magic is what I'm getting with this. And then heighten and intensify the feelings, that scorpionic feeling. So it's not just that death magic, that transformation magic that they're giving me, but it's also intensify that sexual feeling, the sexual desires, the passion. So this can intensify the rage, the power struggle dynamics, as well as like the lust and romantic energies going on. Oh shit. All right, Spirit, what do you have for us in regards to this Mars and Scorpio energy? Mars going into Scorpio October 12th till November 24th. Mars and Scorpio. Spirit, what do you want us to know in regards to Mars and Scorpio? What is needed? That's Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. Hold on, guys. I have to... it's like getting on my nerves right now. So we're having some struggles. I just need it out of my face. Oh, that's a lot of spirit. Like, don't forget that one. Shit. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. That came up in the reading yesterday. I have something coming in, clarification or information coming in. Look at the big picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. This is also staying focused. That look at the big picture is staying focused on your goals, what it is that you want for yourself, and also that being mindful of what we focus on is what we're attracting to us. So that manifestation, that law of attraction energy of being mindful so that we're not, attracting bullshit to us, right? You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. A new start is coming. New moon. This release, though, this big release, and that death magic is what they keep showing me, and that's the scorpionic energy, and then that full moon helping to release, to go deeper, it's like to take out that poison, the poison that's within you. Scorpio energy is poisonous, right? So it's like the poison that's within, going deep and sucking that out, pulling it out, so that you can have this new start. And then nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. Tonya said something about this yesterday, the mutable moon. Meaning like nothing being set in stone. I don't know what they're talking about, though. I don't remember saying that. The overall energy. There's 2 cards for the overall energy. So there's 6 here. Why are they having it be done that way? I'm not sure. 6. And then these 2. It makes 8. It's a time to take action, and this is new moon in Aries. That Mars energy, though, it rules Aries, right? And going to be in Scorpio. To help you with your decision making, going out in like getting that poison and taking it out, like for that death magic, and taking action in regards to that, and also how you take action, and building your confidence, your courage, your determination, your willpower is what they're showing me. It's like harmonizing. There's something here with like a harmonizing of the Aries with Scorpio energy. Like in utilizing the Aries energy with the Scorpio energy. To make the most of it. Like both of them, like them playing off of each other for your benefit. I don't know. I don't understand, but I understand what they're saying in that way, but like, yet I don't understand. Because there's something else here that I feel that I don't understand. They keep pulling me to those black spots, like in the new moon, the darkness, and the new moon behind Aries. And like there's this void, or that like high priestess energy of something being hidden, something unknown, helping with like that unknown, what's still buried there, what's still lurking, like to be able to incorporate it, of what's still buried, what's still unknown, like within you, to be able to incorporate it and move beyond it. Okay, I understand more. There's still something else though. So be bold and make the first move. that take action, right? To have the confidence is to overcome, to have the willpower, the determination, and whatever's holding you back in regards to your confidence or in regards to passion and desires. What it is, what it is you desire for yourself, and overcoming that transformation, that death magic is having the courage, the determination, and willpower to go after what it is you're passionate about, what it is you desire, and making the first move. So be bold and make the first effort, or may make the first move. It's connected to the take action. All right. Oh shit. I didn't want to, but okay. I'm like, why do I have to flip the bottom of the deck? We already have the overall energies. So that first card out was a win-win outcome is forecasted, full moon in Libra. A new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. Is at the bottom of the deck. Oh God. That cyclical energy of 8. Those two things need to be put into place and in alignment for this 8, right? The next, okay, so this was the first card. This is the bottom of the deck. Now, the second card is the full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming, okay? Hold on, which is where? Right here. And then we have the new moon in Gemini underneath this. Communication is key. It's symbolic. It's showing, hey, these last two things in this infinity of this endings and closing to be able to go into the flow of this new beginning. Those two things, that's the overall. Those need to be put into place. Those need to be worked through. That's what they're showing me here. And then it's going to loop back around. Right? Hold on, I apologize. My stomach is not happy now. I'm belching. I thought I was in a barf for a minute. I'm like, oh shit, no, don't do that. No. Okay, so in regards to these energies, I'm now going to go ahead and do the tarot. I'm doing the sun and the moon tarot. The alignment. Sun and moon tarot. That polarity, bringing it into union, the alignment. I can't seem to fucking swallow anything right now. Oh God. The moon. And there's the moon. And the moon meets the sun. When the moon meets the sun. When the moon meets the sun. What are you saying, Spirit? When the moon meets the sun. Hold on. When the moon meets the sun, though, those are eclipses. Oh, fuck it. We have this eclipse going on, too, on the 14th. When the moon meets the sun, that's an eclipse. What creates... no, that's not. It's the eclipse. Oh shit. Yeah, I gotta look some shit up. Because there's something here about the eclipse when the sun meets the moon, or when the moon meets the sun. I said it wrong. It was the moon meets the sun. I'm telling you, they've been giving me riddles. All right, let's see here, Spirit. What do you have? The King of Pentacles. When the moon meets the sun. The sun, the King of Pentacles. The masculine. The moon is the feminine. This can be alignment within yourself. This can be in regards to you meeting someone else, right? Or this can be representing someone else in alignment within themselves when the sun meets the moon, or the moon meets the sun. And the sun is the King of Pentacles. So this is someone who is a hard worker. They are grounded, balanced. It's all about like the building of the legacy, stability, foundation, solid, sturdy, strong, safe foundations. Oh, it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Truce, the Four of Swords. When the sun or the moon meets the sun, which is the King of Pentacles, the truce, the letting it go or making truce, that surrender, the truce, making peace. Doesn't have to making peace. That truce is peace. That truce. Like it is what it is. That c'est la vie energy. It is kind of weird. It's like both making peace with what has happened. When the sun and the moon align, when they eclipse, it brings more darkness, right? It's like there's this shining light. There's something here where this King of Pentacles was meant to like shine a light in on feminine darkness. And then making peace with that. The sun and the moon, and this dance, and like the sun illuminating the darkness in the moon energy. So within the feminine. Something very strange. The Ace of Swords. That's the clarity. The sun and the moon. The sun, the King of Pentacles, or the sun, shining the light in on the darkness of the moon, fear, or the feminine, her fears. This letting go, this making peace, this truce, it is what it is, of whether if it's the encounter or with what's inside or both. Normally what's going on outside of you is because of what's going on like internally, spiritually. And so it's all one and the same. It was meant to happen, right? It was needed. And then there's this Ace of Swords, the clarity that this was needed. To illuminate the darkness, to illuminate the shadows and the fears. So the Ace of Swords, clarity. Oh God. The snake. The snake on the handle of the sword. Snakes represent lots of different things, but shedding of the old, rebirth, death energy is snake energy also. I mean, it also can be like lies and deception. Then there's the moon, like the crescent moon. It's also like in regards to like healing, right? And the kundalini, there's the kundalini rising alignment, purging out. Oh, that's really strange. Stability. For your stability is what they're giving me. So they have the snake down here at the coil of the handle, and it's like they're showing me like the spine of a human being. And like the healing medicine, the moon, the crescent moon here is like symbolic of what they're showing me is like the sacral energy, and like it being a blockage and needing to deal with like the fear, needing to transform, to have stability, to have enlightenment. But they're showing me like the kundalini, and the kundalini rising and being flow and alignment, and all blockages being moved. So it's like this needed to happen because you had blockages, right? So it's this healing, this kundalini rising. It can, whatever it is for you, or it can be all depending on where you are and what you're dealing with, or how heavy of a, or how slow, meaning like if you were fighting things and you're being dragged, it's going to be depending on how relevant it is for you, which like spectrum is what they're showing me. So it's for your own stability also. Like their stability was to shine the light in on your emotional waters, or that darkness, for your own stability to heal and to like awaken and uncoil that kundalini, and to break through that moon energy of the sacral. That's what these energies are for. Like that death, that rebirth, that transformation, and then to clear out the blockages for the kundalini, for alignment, for you to flow. So if you are receiving energy, like if you're a healer or intuitive, you're receiving stuff. But if you have blockages going on or need healing, that's going to keep things out of alignment for more healing, to be able to like level up, to have clarity. So, and this is going to affect your spiritual pathway in regards to hierophant energy going on within you. Because there's a certain point in time where it's important that your kundalini is awakened, that you are in alignment. Stay in alignment and work on this. Because it's the shedding of the old constantly and keeping yourself clear. And it's because of coming back into wholeness. So you need to work on keeping yourself clear and removing all the blockages. But we're going like really deep in this. That's hilarious. And how it affects your stability. So that moon energy and the blockages like in the sacral, and how it's affecting your stability in life, as well as the kundalini rising or alignment. Okay. Like internal alignment because of blockages. It's still the releasing, like what I was talking about, or like the healing, and I said alignment already with like the infinity, and like needing to be in alignment to cycle it out into flow. For your balance. They keep pulling me to the Libra energy. And if you have blockages, you have the balance, it has to do with stability. Gemini energy. The balance. And so your balance, your stability. It's like balancing out air. The air is connected to the heart. so that you can be authentic. We're going now more to wholeness, to like purity. And you have to have those blockages removed for alignment, to like stay in flow and to keep leveling up, to be authentic, to not let things stop you or hinder you, hold you back, to repeat fucking bullshit, karmic shit. Right? Let me make sure. All right. We have judgment, hearing the call. It's that transformation energy. That death magic, rising the fuck up. Hearing the call, rising the fuck up. Making the choice also. Understanding it is a choice. It is a choice to heal. It is a choice to let go. It is a choice to like learn the tools, to look at ourselves, to have stability within, to not let our past hold us back. The logical mind in regards to perception and understanding your worth and loving you, like you are good enough. They're pointing to the you are good enough. So it's like all the things that took your confidence or made you feel less than or not worthy, imbalanced, I'm not stable, not safe, in regards to blockages and how they're affecting you. And it's like this King of Pentacles, whether if it's within you or outside of you, was because they're the sun, came to shine light in that dark area of that moon energy, of the feminine, of your emotional waters and your intuition and the blockages there, how you're repeating, how the cycles that you have been in, to help you overcome them. So it was needed. And hearing the call, and it's not, okay, the hearing the call is this understanding, that truth, that Four of Swords of letting go and then having that clarity, the Ace of Swords is understanding that this was needed, even if it was hurtful, even if it was painful, that what you went through, it was needed for you to release, for you to connect the last puzzle pieces or whatever. Because the sun needed to meet the moon, to shine the light in. I mean, the stars out in there, they're not bright enough, right? They're not bright enough to go deep in that scorpionic like energy, to get down in there in the depths of that darkness, fear and illusions and that moon energy and feminine energy. So what's affecting, you know, your programming, your emotions, your intuition, the blockages. The stars are not bright enough. You needed the sun to do so. This was a person. Whether if it's outside of you or your masculine within you. I'm getting a person for a lot of people though, like a specific person. And it happened for you to work on this so that you can gain and heal and release as your feminine, so you can gain as in your masculine, to take action for your own stability. But needing to work on both of them, your feminine and your masculine. So this masculine energy, the sun, the King of Pentacles, shining the light in. So whether if it's inside of you or outside of you, what they're showing me is at the end of the day, it's all about you anyways. And it was needed. But I'm getting for a lot of people that it took place in this physical 3D world also. You know what? I don't really want to share this, but they're showing me and telling me I need to, because they showed me something. Every time we go through something, it's an opportunity to change it. And in regards to like this family dynamics of what I'm going through, every time it was an opportunity for my mother to change, for my mother to work on healing herself and loving me, instead of the abuse, right? These are opportunities. And whatever you choose to do, it is going to affect not just you, but other people, as well as your karma. You can drag your feet or not. Okay. But everything is an opportunity, right? That's like karmic, because those people don't want to change. So it's like meeting someone outside of you and outside of the, like a karmic cycle, to shed that light, to show you more stability in a certain solid foundation, or hardworking, or whatever, to like lead the way, to also like trigger your insecurities. Oh God. Of like inadequacy, so that you can work on you. Like, it's like, say you have this opportunity and you don't feel prepared for it. Or maybe you think you're prepared and you feel prepared. You got into alignment and you felt prepared for it. And then once you got there, you showed up and you felt like, oh, fuck, I can't do this. I'm not prepared. Why the fuck did I think I was prepared? Why did I think I could do this? Why did I think I was adequate or good enough, or, whatever it is, right? Because then all of a sudden it like made you realize you don't have the tools. You feel inadequate. Those triggers you need to work on. It had to happen for you to examine yourself, for you to hear the call, for you to see, for you to rise, so that when it happens again, you won't fumble or drop the fucking ball, so that you can be prepared. Because if God brought you to it, universe brought you to it, then it's meant for you. And anything meant for you will always be for you, and no one can take it or destroy it. But you can self-sabotage it. But God wants you to prepare. This is where we level the fuck up. Wants us to heal so that we can maintain, and we can not just survive, but then thrive. So that we can, it's like ending that karmic cycle to experience new. How do you get there? They want me to share. I don't want to. I was trying to share by something else. They're like, no, they want me to share. In regards to like the twin flame journey and my counterpart, and what they're showing me, it's for both parties. So it's like that, the sun and the moon, right? And then it's going to be symbolic, like you both shed light, you shared something with each other. It's like your masculine energies, or something like, or your King of Pentacles within you. We change in and out of masculine energy. So it's like your King of Pentacles energy shed light into their feminine and into their darkness, to prepare you for what it is that you desire, those deep desires that you need to face that are blocked down in there. Where then you feel like, I can't do this. I'm not worthy of this, or I'm not prepared for this, or I don't know how to fucking do this. This isn't something that I know. I know in regards to this, like this person, they really fucked up, but I fucked up too, right? And I couldn't just focus on me. And all these triggers came up, and all these fears. And it took a long time for the shit to come up, like maybe about a year in. Before that, I can see where I started feeling anxious, like really. And it wasn't the excitement. It was a mixture of the excitement then with the fear. It was starting to rear. And I was struggling to like keep it down and just stay focused on the positivity, the love. I was getting pulled into that fear, right? Because every time we encountered each other, it did this. And it was doing this for this person too. It was meant to. So then I felt inadequate. And I remember telling him, hey, fucking heal yourself, right? But then I also said, I need to heal me, because I don't ever want to destroy another opportunity. Because I thought I was ready, but I wasn't ready. This brought up a lot of bullshit. So I know I need to heal me. But I told him to heal too. I'm like, because, this shit was fucked up, like, but then in regards to myself, it was like, man, like, I fucked this up. Because you can't just blame somebody else, no matter what they did, right? It triggered shit inside of me where I fucked up and made mistakes too. And it was meant to happen. That was the call. That was a part of the plan to help you get in alignment. So you got in alignment to get into that situation, to prepare you for more, to prepare you to face all this fucking bullshit inside of you. It's like there's all these processes. I had to heal to a certain point to get to that. I had to, and then it was going deeper in the fucking layers of the onion. I'd worked on so much healing to get to that point, and then I had so much peace. And it took a lot. And once I got to that, I had peace. I was like, I want to be alone. I don't give a fuck about dating. And I kept being pushed and kept being pushed and kept being pushed to spirit. And then I was like, well, when the time is right, when I know I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on me. I enjoy being single. But one day when the time is right, I know that I can have the love that I want, right? God kept pushing me. Spirit kept pushing me. Now I understand, because how am I going to be ready if I don't do it? So then I thought I was ready, and then I go, and then I'm fucked up, and you see all this bullshit. You see the skeletons in the closet that you have to face, because God is preparing you for that more, helping you face it. So there was all these journeys of death and rebirth, that death magic, trying to prepare you for like the big overhaul, right? Because really, once that you get to that big overhaul, you're still healing yourself. You just gain enough stability and alignment within to like maintain. And understanding that if you also can't maintain at that moment, then you take time out. That you don't give up, that you don't regress, that you don't go back, but you take a break, you take a breather. Oh shit, shit's coming up. Oh shit, well, I need to work through this. It's also this knowledge of understanding in regards to having relationships with other people that, hey, sometimes we're going through shit and we need our space, whether if it's a couple days or a couple weeks. And then how do you learn to go about this without also triggering each other? As long as it's healthy, without triggering each other, like in abandonment wounds or whatever, and being that support system and in unconditional love, as well as having an open heart space. You need to be able to know how to do this, because when you love people and you're together, married or whatever, we're all gonna be in our own flows, and we're gonna have downtimes, and sometimes they're not gonna align. And sometimes even if they did align or if they don't align, it doesn't matter, because you're going to be dealing with your own shit, and it's going to be hard sometimes for the other person to understand. And this was where you gain the camel energy, resilience to get through, and your own energy, as well as like them getting through in their energy, but also like this open heart space of not taking it personal. But knowing and having the tools to get yourself through, as well as the tools to help the other partner through, but also to help yourself through. Like if they're dealing with something and it triggers you, to know how to be of better service and of love to them, to give them their space, not be codependent, but also not be triggered, or if you are triggered, to deal with it healthily, so you're not self-sabotaging, fucking something up, or doing something codependent. Like understanding more the process of a healthy relationship and being healthy and whole within, to be able to hold space for other people, and coming together and being able to do this as a team, even though it's separate. You have to learn how to do it on your own first, and be strong enough and courageous enough, because it takes strength to be vulnerable. So you have to face this all on your own before you can be vulnerable with a partner. And to also not to utilize someone's pain or perceived weakness to hurt them, take advantage of them, or take it personal, like that, take it personal. Oh, well, you feel this way? Well, fuck you. It's like this alignment is teaching you how to have better relationships because you're having a better relationship with yourself. That's what the twin flame journey is about, because it's about coming into wholeness and understanding unconditional love, God source love. It's not the fantasy and illusion that people want to hold on to of, oh, they love me in the 5D, or we're married in the 5D, or whatever the fuck the case may be. This love that God is showing us is a gift to understand unconditional love and God's love, God's source love. When you go through these journeys, you experience God's love. God is there. God is present. It is sacred love. The light that is there in present in that union and in that experience that you encounter with inside yourself and the other fucking person is the ultimate of heaven on earth. Because God is teaching us and showing us the love that is in heaven, that exists, unconditional fucking love. It's not about being together. It's about loving and helping each other heal, helping each other have the strength and understanding, and trying to incorporate that knowledge of that love there in this 3D world without fucking the expectations of being together and separating that out, that fantasy and delusion. Yes, I said delusion. Because people focus on that. That is there ultimately to help give you hope, not false hope. It's hope, and understanding the difference of hope and false hope in the beginning. Also to help you, like if you struggle with magical thinking, limerence, this healing journey and counterparts that we've been through hell and back. A lot of us have suffered atrocities. God's angels, God's warring angels, like the warriors that go to battle for him here on earth. So been through the depths of fucking hell. And we are supposed to overcome and rise to lead the fucking way in regards to love and healing. So these experiences are needed because they're helping us understand God's love, that frequency of God's source love in heaven on fucking earth, unconditional love, and expanding in your capacity to believe and know that it is real. So that we can see what is not love, to help us through the heartache of what is not love and that heartbreak and disappointment. Because a lot of us, we didn't learn that. We didn't have healthy fucking the whole world. I mean, look at what I was talking about on here. Look at Mars is going into Scorpio. People going to be out here fucking motherfuckers thinking sex is love and can't control their motherfucking self and running out of wounds and programming. That's why I was talking about the shit in the first place. What are you sacrificing? Everything's a sacrifice. I want sacred love. Even if it's only fucking within me. You have to have it within you before you can have it in with someone else. I don't want that false love. That's why we've accepted less than. That's why we've done and fucking repeated these goddamn things. That's why I was abused. And then repeated thinking abuse was love. Or then repeating, even though I knew sex wasn't love, then getting into fucked up relationships after being celibate for a year or two and being abused. What are you sacrificing? What are you settling for? Wow. So, to help you look and examine you, it was needed. So judgment, hearing the call, the death magic, the rising the fuck up. Because you've accepted. This truth is acceptance. And then we have the Princess of Wands. So rising the fuck up, hearing the call and being enthusiastic, overcoming, deciding that you're going to conquer the motherfucking world and go after your goddamn dreams through the fucking depths of hell, no matter how hard it is, through the fucking fire, through the flame. And I can still conquer and overcome, and I can rise and I can reach. So this is that passion, this desire, this enthusiasm. I wonder, like, if this is Scorpio in Mars. I need to see about this, like the energies that are here, right? Like the placements of like, is it Scorpio? Is it Aries? What all is this? And some of them show it, some of them don't. Okay, this one's not showing it. I'll have to look it up later, but she's going through the fire. She's having courage. She's being independent. She's not letting anything get in her way or stop her. So she's filled with determination, willpower, enthusiasm, joy. The joy is like that passion joy, because it's that enthusiasm, that excitement versus the fear to go after her fucking dream. She's going after the star to rise. Not letting anything hold her the fuck back. And the Three of Wands, virtue. This is and justice. Hold on. So it's like enthusiasm and determination, willpower, not letting anything hold you back. And this Princess of Wands, or your passion and desires, right? From your passion and desires and your drive, right? Taking your life force energy, like being able to go into something enthusiastically or with passion, knowing you will overcome. And then the virtue, the Three of Wands, is this virtue is in regards to making your decisions and holding on to virtue and integrity and doing what is best for you. Three of Wands, and a lot of times it's about like lots of different options, needing to choose a pathway. And this is virtue, choosing your highest timeline with integrity. So there's this hearing the call. The Princess of Wands is your passion, your determination, your willpower to overcome, to be enthusiastic and not let people fucking affect you. Okay. And to affect your pathway and what you choose for yourself out of virtue, out of integrity, making the best decisions for yourself, and being independent and passionate and having drive and willpower and determination to go after your fucking dream. She's going after the star, right? So it's clearing the healing, to have that wholeness, to let go of those blockages that keep you from being authentic and in your integrity, virtuous on your pathway, choosing what is best for you. Like all of what I was saying, just in a different fucking way, right? Because if it's about shutting karma and the blockages and the things that are distorting our perception, and these patterns and behavior patterns, that's all that shit that I was saying, right? So I love my job. Thank you, Spirit, like for the confirmation of what I was reading and talking about in regards to all the energies. I talk about things for a reason. It's all in regards to the energies. It's just figuring out why and how. It's kind of riddly, how it's connected, right? There's always there's always advice, as well as you think about it as like philosophical, like in a way, in the psychic things that I get, the metaphysical meanings, and the lessons, or certain things that are there, and what I'm talking about, it's relevant. And it can be relevant for different people for different fucking reasons, right? And justice was at the bottom of the deck. So bringing in your own justice, balancing the fucking scales because of being balanced within. That's that wholeness. This is the wholeness within to overcome the outside, bringing in your own justice, walking the fuck away, balancing out the scale and saying, hey, this isn't for me, motherfuckers. I know what it is that I deserve. And the Eight of Cups, walking away. You bringing in your own justice. You serving up justice and balancing the fucking scales, because that shit's not serving of you what you've been holding on to and the things that you've been repeating. It can also represent legal things, legality, court issues. But spiritually, it's like all that's been going on. You are like the overcoming to walk away from the things that are not serving of you, that are imbalanced, that are unjust, that are unfair to you. And then victory, success, movement forward, because you're walking away. You understand. You're bringing in like your own sense of justice, because you're balancing your fucking self out to balance the fucking scales, to walk the fuck away from the injustices, from the things that are not serving of you, from the imbalance. All right, advice, guidance, and support, spirit. They want me to go ahead and use the romance angels again today. Advice, guidance, and support for this energy reading in regards to Mars entering Scorpio. Advice, guidance, and support for this energy reading for Mars entering Scorpio, spirit. I know I didn't do the spew in regards to this reading. If you resonate, you will know that it's for you, okay? It can also be in regards to you or someone in your energetic field or someone you're dealing with. It can be vice versa or reversed. Like something that they're going through, right? And don't try to make it fit if it does not fit. Like, if you don't resonate, don't try to make it fit. And even if it does fit, don't fucking rack your brain trying to like piece it all together. Just take away what you get from it, that confirmation. Hey, if you feel like this is something you're going through, you'll feel it, you'll know. So then take away that support, that you feel supported in whatever advice is here. You know, this advice is also in all the readings. They're there to help you move forward, to know you're not alone, and to help give you hope to keep fucking going, right? To keep your fucking head up against all odds, regardless of what we're reading about. So we have retreat, and it came out underneath, Four of Swords, Ace of Wands, and Judgment. It is sideways. It's like needing to retreat, needing to take care of yourself. This is needing to take this time out for you, is what I'm getting with this. This is that honor. I was talking about honoring yourself, nurturing yourself, and how you feel. This is needed for that truce, for like the rest of that letting go of what needs to be done, and for that clarity, for the judgment, for the rise up. It's like a recovery. I'm getting a recovery energy of like also like needing to gain some physical strength, because you've been through a lot. So it's time to disconnect from the world. And then we have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith, like building your resilience and strength in regards to trusting yourself, trusting God, trusting the universe, trusting and knowing that you will fucking be okay. And then this landed out underneath the King of Pentacles. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. It was also sideways. Like it's not the time for that yet. There's like a stagnancy here. But it's like, yes, this is your this is or could be your person, or this is your person. Anyways, I gotta go. There's something going on with my hands. I love you. Thank you for joining me. I pray that your day is full of blessings, peace, and joy. But if you could please like and share and subscribe to my channel, I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.